Hi Flosstube, it's Brooke with Stitchbythebrook, back for another crafty update. It's so good to see you. I think it's been about 9 weeks. This quilt that is thrown over my chair is a Chelsea Stratton design pattern. I don't remember the name of the pattern, and I don't remember the name of the fabric, which you can't get anymore anyway, but I liked it because it had plums and teals in it. I don't love orange and brown, don't love earth tones, that kind of thing. So I really like the purples and teals in fall decor, and so that's why I loved this fabric line for this quilt. I really only have 2 fall quilts, I think, and so I'm pretty sure you saw this last year if you were here then. But anyway, did I say I think it's been about 9 weeks? I think it's been about 9 weeks. I can't remember for sure. But a lot has happened. My father-in-law passed away, and so that was kind of hard. And my husband and his siblings and their step siblings are going to help his wife with some things this coming weekend. He passed away like mid-August roughly. So anyway, it was just hard, you know. He'd been not great for quite a while, so it wasn't super shocking or surprising, I guess, but you're never prepared for that, right? You're never prepared for that. Some fun things that have happened. We went to the fair. We don't always go to the fair, but we have been the past now 3 years because my daughter-in-law, her mom works at a place where she gets passes. And so, because it's like $17 to get into the fair, and I mean, I guess on principle, I just refuse to pay that. We paid $20 to park, but anyway, and I think 20 bucks for 2 corn dogs. Worth every penny. There's one booth. I may have talked about this last year, I can't remember, but there's one booth at the fair that we buy corn dogs. It's the right booth. It's the only booth to get corn dogs at the Tulsa State Fair. So if you're ever going to Tulsa State Fair and you want me to tell you where that is, I can tell you where it is. There's only one place to get drinks too. And we get chicken on a stick. And we went and looked at the quilts and the cross stitch projects that were entered into the fair. I was surprised that there weren't more. So I think I'm going to try to enter something next year. I don't know if I'll enter a quilt or a cross stitch project or both, or I don't know, but I think I'm going to try to enter something. It'll just be fun, right? It's just be fun to participate. Let's see. School's back in. Was school back in last time I saw you? Can't remember. Yeah. Oh, I traveled. I went to Mrs. Flossie's, Amy. I went to her retreat in Phoenix or Mesa, and that was super fun. And so I got to go to the attic. I'd never been, so that was amazing, getting to go to the attic. I stitch a lot of things, you know. I know that there are people that are I guess sampler purists, maybe, I don't know, that's kind of all they stitch is samplers, and I don't. I stitch all kinds of things, but it was amazing. Some beautiful models on the walls, and of course everyone was so great and nice. And let's see, I feel like I've traveled somewhere else, but I can't remember where that was. Did I take a girls trip? I may have taken a girls trip. I like to go on trips at least once a month. I like to take a weekend. Oh yeah, in a couple of weeks, our whole family, so me and my husband and our son and his wife and our daughter and her husband and our other son are all going to Branson. So I'm super excited about that. We're going to see David at the Sight and Sound Theater. And if you've never been to the Sight and Sound Theater, I highly recommend it. The production they put on is amazing. I mean, amazing. I think we're going to go to Silver Dollar City. We haven't been in a bit, and so I think we want to do that. Man, it's gotten expensive, but I think we're going to give it the old college try and go. Anyway, so I'm really excited about that. There's just something about spending time with your adult kids, right? It's amazing. Okay, let's get into the making. So I've, you know, I love to make bags, and so I've made a few, we're going to say a few bags. So I made this little bag. I'm just trying to pop out it's got box corners. And so I was trying to pop those out so that you could kind of see the actual shape of the bag when because it was kind of flat. It was smushed. This is for somebody that I love dearly. They're going to get this for Christmas. Hopefully they won't figure out who they are. If they watch this, they may not even watch it. I don't know. But anyway, they love Christmas and they love camping. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cute. So I made a quilt out of this line of fabric. I did. I made a double-sided quilt for a friend that she and her husband lived in a camper or an RV or whatever, because they switched for like 4 years. They did that. And because they could work remotely, both of them. And so I made, this is, Christmas camper line. And then there's also a kind of springtimey looking camper line. So I made a quilt out of the panel that went with that. And then on the back side, I used this Christmas camper fabric. And so she had like a two-sided quilt. And I made one for our other friends. So this is a couple of friends like from junior high school. And we get together a few times a year and we meet up in Texas or something. One of us lives in Texas and two of us live here locally. Anyway, so I made them both a quilt, but this was leftover fabric from her quilt, and so I just put it to use because I thought it was super cute. Didn't want to waste it for my loved one for Christmas. And then I have another set of friends that I've known. I talk about them all the time. I'm sure I've talked about them many times. I've known one of the girls since I was like 7, and we have known the other girl since we were probably about 12, maybe. And so we get together a few times a year and we meet up because one of us lives out of state now. So we meet up and we just have a weekend at an Airbnb. And I cross stitch, they crochet, and we watch Hallmark, cheesy Hallmark movies, and order DoorDash, and we don't leave the Airbnb all weekend, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Anyway, I made us, I know one of them subscribes, so if you watch this, you're going to see this. Sorry. So the next time we go, I have a little something for us. I made quilts for us, matching quilts for the 3 of us. And I used this crazy fabric, this crazy shoe fabric. Isn't it fantastic? In the, for the border of the quilt. And I designed a quilt block for that quilt. It was 3 diamonds. And then I put 3 flowers, and then I put 3, I don't know, everything was in 3s. So I did that to represent all 3 of us, right, on each quilt. And so we have matching quilts. But anyway, so I made us these, I have some of this fabric left. I think I still have some of it left, or I may have donated it because I'm like, okay, I think I'm done. Anyway, so I made us little pouches. So anyway, so now we have little matching bags. I think that's fun. I don't know why, but I think it's really fun to know, like project bags. I've made a few, like Krista and I have matching bags. It's because I don't know why that brings me such a joy, but it does. So for the retreat, the Stitch Flossy retreat, I made project bags out of this fabric line. This is, J. Wicker Fresh, maybe. J. Wicker Fresh. Is that right? I think. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, so it's this luggage fabric. And then there's a floral. And then there's this lighter luggage fabric. So I made those. And then everybody got one of these. It's a little, little ork tray. I'm sure you've seen these. I know I've shown them to you before. Anyway, so I like to make those little ork trays to match. So that was my table mate gift. I got a project bag and an ork thing. I feel like I stuck something else in the bag, but I can't remember what it is. I've made some patriotic bags. I forgot to put my tag on this one. There's another one. Oh yeah, I forgot to put my tag on a few of these. But anyway, it doesn't matter. They're just for me. So I made that. Because patriotic, yes please. And then use this star fabric in the lining. I quilted the fabric, and then, so there are raw edges in here. And I could have, did an overlock stitch, but they're just for me, and I didn't care. I didn't want to take the time to do it. So this is another one I made. I don't think I've shown these to you. I'm pretty sure I made these since I saw you last, but if I showed them to you, I'm sorry. You're seeing them again. This is Lori Holt from her Americana line, and then this is just some fabric I had in stash. This one. This one. At this point, I was just trying to use what I had and, you know, get as much bag out of it as I could. And I was I had intended to send a couple of these to some specific friends, but because they had these raw edges in them, even if I overlock them, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's not good enough. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I think I showed you after we went on our Alaskan cruise that I bought a tea towel that was, this was the tea towel. So I did, and I said I was going to make a bag out of it, and I did. I got that bag made. Okay, now let's talk stitching. Let's talk about the stitching. This is in a bag that I made. Haley and I made these bags. And this is, okay, here's what I want to talk to you about on this one. So Haley and I are both stitching Chubby Squirrel. Tell me that doesn't look green. Tell me that squirrel does not look green. So we picked floss from stash, and what she stitched it on, it looked fine. But mine looks green. I don't know. So I think I'm going to restart it. Thoughts? I think I have to restart it. I think I've put a few stitches on that since I saw you last, but that was not the point of me showing it. The point of me showing it was I should restart it, right? I want to hear what you think. It's green, right? It's green. I made this bag, I think, since I saw you last. Yes, all about some patriotic. All about some patriotic. This is Courage and Faith. This was a free chart from Running with Needles and Scissors. And I started this on the plane to, oh, I think it turns this way. On the plane to Phoenix. I didn't stitch anything on the way back. I was so tired. Chris and I went together, and our flights were delayed coming back. I was doing good just not to fall right asleep and have a big long nap. This is Lovely Home. I put some stitches in this. I started having Stitchy night on Tuesday nights. I have a handful of people that I invite over. Not because I don't want everybody to come, but just because I don't have room for everybody. But what is so cool about that is most of the time, well, I think every time, most of the people that are there are young, like 30 and below. I mean, that's young to me now, like 30 and below. So I just think that's amazing. And they're cross stitching. And, but you know, I tell, because I have one friend that comes, she doesn't cross stitch, but she crochets. So she crochets when she comes. But, yeah, isn't that amazing that younger people are picking it up, which I knew that, but it's different to see it, I guess. Okay, so this is Lovely Home by Country Cottage Needleworks. And I've put a few stitches in that. This is, you know, I think I stitched on it for probably 30 minutes at a stitchy night. Probably 30 minutes at a stitchy night. I showed you the bag, right? You've seen it before, I know. So, I'm pretty sure I made this bag since I saw you last. It's got nativity scene fabric, and it's got some sparkle in it. Can you see the sparkle? It's got some sparkle. And this is, well, this is plans, but I wanted you to see the bag. That's why I had it in here. So here's my plans. Here's my plans. I'm going to stitch from the Proper Stitcher, her Go Tell It on the Mountain series. So there's Go Tell It on the Mountain, Over the Hills, He Is Born. So I want to stitch that all together this way, like this, like this. So I've got my fabric. It's a random Ada that I inherited from Vicky, from the Vicky Endowment. So anyway, I've got all my floss ready. Got all my floss. I think I substituted some things because I just pulled from stash. But anyway, so that's all ready to go. But like I said, I just wanted you to see the bag, really. I love that bag. I love that bag. Okay, this is Loiseau de Noel by Little Robin Designs. Kim, Continue Needleworker Kim and I are supposed to be stitching this, but as you can see, I have very few stitches, and I'm not sure Kim has started on it because she had, here's the chart, some like plumbing issues at her house, I think. She talks all about it in her Flosstube, so it's not like I'm telling something. But anyway, so I don't know that she started it. But anyway, I made us, she has a bag like this. So we have matching bags. Yes, because I really like matching bags. I like it. I like to have matching bags. Anyway, and she loved it because pink. She loves pink, right? So anyway, I got a few stitches in. This is Praising My Savior by Sweet Wing Studio. And I think I've got, do I have a couple? Oh no, just the one. So here's my chart. And I'm not going to show you the floss because it's just dumped in here. It's so bad. I'm so bad. So bad. Nothing's ironed because nobody's got time for that. Well, Brooke doesn't anyway. Anyway, I stitched that on Stitchy Night because, you know, it's easy. It's easier to follow, right, than some other things. So this is a bag I made. I've shown this bag before, but I love this lining fabric. That lining fabric's vintage. I've had it for a while, but I love it so much. I love it. This is in another bag that I made with Lori Holt fabric. This is vintage also. Pledge allegiance to the flag. Yes, I do. I do. This is This Land by Shakespeare's Peddler. Let's see, where's my, I may not have, oh yeah, I do. I was like, this is a PDF I printed out, so I don't know if I have the cover. Yep, I do. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And here's my progress on that. Not much, but a little. I made a little progress. This I have been stitching on last week, it's just Monday, last week. This is Always Remember by Plum Street Samplers, and I was supposed to stitch this with Michelle Burt, Michelle Makes, and she's done, and I just started. So, but she loves me anyway, so that's good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad for that. So here's my floss, just because that's what I got out first. Or that's what here's the chart. I'm showing you the chart. It's like it's my first day. Every time. Every time. And here's my progress on that. This fabric, so she and I kitted this up at Hobby House. And I just really am enjoying this stitch. I really am. And yes, it took me, I guess, 4 nights just to stitch that much. But this fabric is so pretty. And it is 36 count Earl Grey by Grace Notes. I love it. It's very blue. So if it looks blue, it's blue. That's called Earl Grey. I just really like it. I love the photo, you know, on the kind of tealy color. But I have purchased this Earl Grey, and so I used it. This is another bag I made since I saw you last. It's got dog hair all over it. That's great. Oh well, that's my life now. Dog hair everywhere. Good grief. Okay. You'll forgive me, right? You'll forgive me for the dog hair. And then, so this is vintage fabric. This is vintage fabric. So the most recent president on this fabric is Bill Clinton. That's how old it is. And then, I'm pretty sure it's Bill Clinton. And then this, which is not vintage, but, and can you guys see the sparkle on it? That's ribbon. It's just wired ribbon that I sewed on there. But anyway, Love that. Okay, this is Queen of the Night in a bag. This is the other bag Haley and I made together. She and I are both stitching this. Couldn't tell you where I was on this, but I know I've stitched on it since I saw you last. So I really do like it. I really do like that. Here's the chart. So you can see the picture of what it's going to look like. My daughter she thinks these look too much like snowflakes. So she is going to do some kind of star instead. I may or may not do that. I may just leave them off altogether, actually. I might leave them off altogether. I just might leave them off altogether. And I've pulled some Krynic and some other like metallic thread, whatever I had. I think it's just all Krynic because it does list it. Still undetermined whether or not I'm going to use any Krynic because I've used metallic thread one time. And it wasn't even a very big section that I had to stitch with it. Ooh, I did not like that. I did not love it. This is a bag I made. This is from that spring camper line. So this was the fabric I used for like the border around the panel piece. So anyways, I made that bag and I just had this and I loved it. So I put it on the inside because then when I open the bag, it's very happy inside there and I like that. It's very happy. Okay. So we've talked about this. We have talked about this. I've got some extra stuff in here. Oh, this is a free chart from Mrs. Flossie. It's a motif from the CML 1810 that she charted. That was Shelley's, Shelley's mother's antique sampler, and Mrs. Flossie, charted it. So I can't show it to you, but anyway, it's got thread stuck to it. But I had extra stuff in here because I took this with me to the retreat. So, what you guys might remember, Angelina Angot, this one. That was my birthday start in February. And, I'm going to pause. Okay. I didn't pause. I hit stop. So hopefully I can get those spliced together. Anyway, I don't know if you remember, but I started it on this fabric. And I think I talked to you about it. I just didn't love it. I love this fabric. I did not love this stitch on this fabric. And I was having to change colors. Look, I've already cut a piece of it off. So I've cut the border of my my stitch. I cut it off because I wanted that piece for something. I don't remember what now. Anyway, and at one point I was like, I'm just going to continue on. And I just decided, every time I get it out and stitch on it, I don't like it. And so I started over. So I took it with me to the retreat and I restarted it. Somewhere I've got a little restart here. So there's my restart. And I'm so much happier with that. I'm so much happier with that. I just did not like the one thing I really didn't like was the way the brown played on that magenta fabric, which I love so much. And so I really wanted that to be my birthday stitch. I wanted my birthday stitch on that magenta fabric. It just was not working for me. So I took it off, but I'm going to show you this floss because it's amazing. Woo! It's stuck. Look at all this floss. That's a lot of floss. That's a lot of floss. I think I have one or two extras because when I pulled floss, I was worried about that magenta fabric, and so I pulled a couple of extras because I wasn't sure all of that was going to work. All right. Okay. Now, let's talk, I think I can talk retreat stuff. So, let me move this over. Okay. So, we got, oh shoot, there it is. Where's the chart? So we got an exclusive chart. And I think Amy said this will not be released. So you only get the Stitch Flossie chart if you attend Stitch Flossie. So I said immediate start because that is so freaking cute. I can't stand it. And I have a finish. I actually finished something, you guys. Now, it's not fully finished, but it's finished. The stitching is done. I did opt to take the 2 and the 0 out because this was 20, 25, and I, just put my initials. Call for floss, I think. Or maybe we had to substitute one. What we did was our table, most of our table, and there was some ladies at another table, Lori and Lori, decided we all wanted to kit it up. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. There were a bunch of us. Maybe it was just our table. Wanted to kit it up, and so we went to the attic, and I pulled all the floss, and we bought a piece of fabric, and Krista cut the fabric because she cuts it correctly, and I would use a rotary cutter. I told that to the lady at the attic, cutting fabric. I thought she was going to fall out of her chair. Anyway, and then I took all the floss and separated it all out for us. And so everybody got their floss and their fabric. Ooh, can I remember the name? So Stacy Nash, Strawberry Basket Tray. Pin keep tray. Oh, tray pin keep, maybe? I can't remember. I do know it's finished. The picture on the chart is, it's finished in a tray, but I don't have the chart in front of me. And then there are two little smalls that come with it too, and so I stitched both of those. And then this is Summer by Emily Call, and I finished that. So, okay, now my finishes that's my finishes. So I can show you the rest of the retreat stuff. So we all got a bag. Diane, Woodpecker's daughter, wasn't able to attend, but she made the bags for Amy. And Amy applied the flowers. So aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. Just a little pineapple. And somewhere I have a little... another little charm I bought to put on that, but I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, we got these little flossy bird, and it holds scissors. So cute. I love it so much. Shelly was at my table. It's Only Stitching on YouTube, and Key X Stitch on Instagram. I should just keep a list like beside me of all these things. Anyway, so she makes bags out of vintage linens. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. So she had some, and then we got to pick which one we wanted. There was a freebie table. I did pick up some things at the freebie table, and also some people at our table passed around some things that they were going to put at the freebie table, and so, but we got first dibs. So I'll show you what I got, and I don't remember where each of these things came from. This is Monogram with Laurel Wreath by JBW Designs, and that's a B, so yes, I need that for B for Brooke. Ode to Britain, because my sister-in-law is British, by JBW Designs. This is Tudor B by the Blue Flower. This is Cupid Sampler by With Thy Needle and Thread. So cute. Gathering Stitches by Luminous Fiber Arts. This is a chart from Little House Needleworks called ABC Floral. I guess it came with a thread pack, and somebody decided they weren't going to stitch it, so they donated it. This is Primrose Cottage Autumn Rules. So cute. So cute. Love that. Okay. I got this from Kim. This is a project tracker card from Tiger Lily. So we got to pick one. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. She gave me something else. Am I going to remember what was what? Not. This is why you shouldn't wait this long. Shouldn't wait this long. Oh, here it is. I forgot. I forgot it was in here. here's the chart for, it's berry basket sewing tray, pin disc, and strawberry pin keep. Stacy Nash Designs. So here's the chart. There's the chart photo. All right. My friend Melissa gave me this. It's Up on My Heart by Plum Street Samplers. It says, Jesus set my soul apart and write thy name upon my heart. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. I love it so much. And then Blessed Are the Merciful from Sampler Bird Stitchery with the fabric and all the floss. How sweet is that? Oh my gosh, how sweet is that? And then some flosses from Fiberlicious, Shooting Stars, Ursa Major, and Milky Way. Shooting Stars, Ursa Major, and Milky Way. That Melissa, I tell you what, she outdoes herself. She outdoes herself. Okay, here's what I purchased. Oh my goodness. What was her name? She set up a little vendor booth. Shoot. I can't remember. Kim, if you watch this, or Krista, or Melissa. Because Melissa was there. I forgot to say that. I mean, obviously, she was there. That's how I got that gift. She gave it to me at the retreat. So that was super fun. The three of us roomed together, me and Melissa and Krista. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And this is some kind of like Hawaiian nut. And so anyway, so that needs to go in my bag. That needs to go in my bag. I bought this because it says America. Yes, please and thank you. Autumn. Old Glory. Bought another Autumn. 2 of those. This says Queen Bee. And then I bought this because I thought that was just so cute. Can you see it? I hope. Okay. All right. I know. All my retreat stuff's just all over the place. You'll forgive me. I hope. Let's see if I have anything right here in this basket. Nope. Okay. These were some gifts. This was from KC. New friend I made, one of my table mates. So this came from her, and it has a pair of scissors. Are those amazing or what? With a sheath. There's a needle threader, and then a ring for your floss. Awesome. Got lots of bags of candy and things like that, and some people brought like snacks to put on our table. But I want to tell you something. I don't know, have you guys ever had the flavored Werthers? They're so good. They're so good. And so I know this was somebody at our table, and I can't remember who it was. So we got a little bag. Pretty sure it had some other candy in there, and I ate it. But it also had covered buttons. There are three covered buttons in this bag. Is that not such a good idea? I just don't think of things like that, you know? And then Shelly gave us, I think we got to pick. Did we get to pick from different ones, or were they all frogs? I don't remember. Anyway, whatever it was, I got this one. And I love it. I love it. So Shelly, if you don't remember, she was at the other retreat, the friends retreat that I went to at Boxcar. And so now I have 2 little frogs. I love them. They're so cute. Anyway, so candy, scissors, stickers, lotion, all amazing stuff. Amazing. Somebody gave me this. It's a fabric coaster. It's kind of woven. Super cool. Okay. Purchases. These are not going to be in any particular order. I think the first of this is going to be all from the attic. So I bought like a bag tag that says attic needlework where samplers rule, because you have to have that, right, from the attic. I think I bought these needles there. I had them in my stuff, so I think that's where they came from. I bought this, JBW Designs with Kindness. JBW Designs with Gratitude. And then for both of those, I just picked a bunch of floss. It's just kind of a mess, but just picked a bunch of different pinks and greens. These aren't necessarily the called for. I just picked ones I liked. I'm sure I can find a blue. I'm sure I have a blue. Anyway, that was just kind of fun to get some floss. I got some 40 count Tabby Cat in the color Pample Mouse. I think it's Pample Mouse or Moose. M-O-U-S-S-E is moose, right? And I looked that up to see what that was, and I can't remember. Okay, so they had this little basket of just small cuts, like sample cuts or whatever. And so I got this piece of 56 count Fox and Rabbit. I have no idea what color it is. It's like 5.5 by 11. 56 count. We'll see if I ever stitch anything on it. But I thought, a nice, just a little bitty piece to try something. That's nice. I got this 40 count Fox and Rabbit up in the attic. Ooh, me and Krista and Laurel, I am a stitch nerd. Krista is Wildflower Stitcher, are starting Changed World with some other people. Laurel's the one that got Krista in on it, and then Krista texted me. I hadn't watched Laurel's video yet, so I didn't know about it. And I don't have the fabric that's called for, but I think this would be a good one. Anyway, 40 count up in the attic. This is 40 count Blush by Newcastle. This is 36 count Edinburgh Opalescent White. I don't know if you can even see that it's opalescent, but it is. 36 count Tabby Cat Through the Looking Glass. This is the most gorgeous fabric. I don't know if it's that's probably about right. I know you're getting a little bit of a glare, but that's probably about right. 36 count Seraphim and Caramel. I bought 1776 Liberty Eagle by Screen Door Needleworks. I am loving her stuff. 1776 Liberty House by Screen Door Needleworks. I got 36 count. Well, I think that's 36. No, it's 32. I don't know what count this is. I hope it's 36. I want it to be 36. 36 count Legacy Wayfarer's Cloak. Wayfarer's Cloak is the same fabric that Stitch Flossie is stitched on. It's 36 count. It's got to be. Because we bought some and split it up, and I said, I like it so much, I bought some more. I got some 38 count Legacy Wayfarer's Cloak. 38 count Wayfarer's Cloak. Maybe that one's 38 count too. Maybe Stitch Flossie is stitched on 38 count. Woo, I don't know. Don't get me to lying. Don't get me to lying. This came from the attic. Bought that floss ring. And this floss ring. I bought another floss ring, but it's not up here. It's in a bag downstairs in something I fitted. 40 count Cedar River Overcast. Whew, that is so pretty. Wow, that is so pretty. Okay, so this came from the Silver Needle. This is 36 count Dolly Madison. This is 36 count Mason. And I really don't know if these are, it's got to be colors, right? Dolly Madison's not a dyer. Mason could be a dyer, but I don't know. It could be. Krista will know. 40 count Antique Lace. That's definitely a color. It's pretty true. This is a little yellower than I think it looks, but this looks true up here. I bought There Is Liberty by Plum Street Samplers. My daughter and I had a mental health shopping day at the Silver Needle. That's what happened. And because of Lisa Black Coffee and Grits and Michelle Makes. I had to kit this up. This is Grace Doth Abound by Plum Street Samplers. So I grabbed that when I was at the Silver Needle. And I picked up the floss. And I have fabric. So I'll have to get that in the bag. This is Proverbs 31 Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. One Nation by Bygone Stitches. I picked up the floss for that. This is Quilted Tiny Town. And I picked up the floss for that. This came from 123 Stitch though. This did not come from Silver Needle. So I was buying this. I was purchasing this Cherry Magpie by Jet X Stitches. Is that right? I just love this. That's Michelle's fault. It's Michelle Bird's fault. What's the other one called? That's like on a teal. Okay, what do you think? So it calls for Beetroot, I think, by Fox and Rabbit. And I think I looked for it and I couldn't get it. I think that's right. Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. But do you think that would work, or is this not dark enough? Here's my floss. Anyway, 123 Stitch. Well, it can't travel alone. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So that's why I got Quilted Tiny Town and the floss. And somebody, I can't remember who now, but somebody had shown this. Simone's Basket by Mojo Stitches. You know, because I don't have 300 million other things to stitch. And so I had to get that and the floss. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you, and this is kind of dirty, but I picked this up somewhere. Where did I get this? I think this may have been in the, oh, I can't remember. My daughter and I went to an estate sale and I bought a bunch of stuff. Like, they sold it like by the tub, like $15 for a tub of stuff, like big Rubbermaid tub. And I can't remember if that's where this came from or if I got this somewhere else. Doesn't matter. It's super cute. And it's dirty. I need to take it out and wash it because I'm sure this is DMC, so I don't imagine it'll bleed. Is that not so cute? It's adorable. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Look at the goose. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. I think that's it. I hope I can get both of these videos spliced together and posted. But I do have a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway this time. Hopefully it won't take me 3 years to put it in the mail. So this is Poinsettia Place by the Victoria Sampler. And it comes with the floss, and there are beads. So there's like some snowflake beads and some little bitty, not quite, maybe seed beads. I don't know if they're small enough to be considered seed beads, but anyway. And I don't know that might be all the floss. That might be all of the floss because it's not a super dense stitch. But anyway, that's the giveaway. Copyright 2016. That's how old this is. This came from the Vicky Endowment, and it's beautiful. And I had it set aside because I thought, oh, I love that. But you know, the truth is there's only so many hours in the day, and I don't even have enough time to stitch the things I have started. Or the new starts that I constantly pick up because other people are stitching stuff and I have FOMO. So I am happy to pass this on to one of you. So let's see. Let's use the word place. Use the word place. Although I think I said I wasn't going to use words anymore because they bit me in the hind end once. But anyway, we're going to try it. Use the word place in your comment. Thank you so much for being here, friends. If you've enjoyed anything at all about these shenanigans, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I sure appreciate it. If you're returning, thank you so much for being back, coming back. And if you're new here, welcome, 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 welcome to this amazing community of cross stitch. I think that's all. All right, till next time, friends. Bye.